Okay, so I've been having conversations with people on Twitter Spaces recently, and they say, I love Mariah. I would love to get into her music. Can you give me a recommendation? Figured I'd make the TikTok version of it. And so the way that I personally did it, and the way that I really recommend, is that you start off with her self-titled debut album, and you just work your way all throughout it, just because, you really see her evolution as a singer, as a songwriter, as a producer as well. And then also, you can watch interviews of her in between. That way you can learn a little bit more about the songs, her personal life, and it just really adds so much to these records, of course. So that's the way that I would mainly recommend it. But if you just wanted a couple records to listen to, I will give you a few recommendations. So if you wanted something pretty close to the beginning of her career and, you're really into soul, gospel, jazz, that kind of stuff, listen to the Emotions album. Very underrated. And she was a lot more involved in terms of the production. The vocals are insane, of course. She wrote all the lyrics on this herself. Amazing record. So if you want something early, then listen to this one. If 90s R&B is your bag, listen to Daydream. I'm very confident that you'll like this record. Fantasy, perfect pop song. Under the Stars, a fan favorite, one of my favorite Mariah songs. Once We Day, the huge sweeping ballad with Boyz II Men, impeccable vocals on there, a fan favorite, of course. I love a song like Long Ago, for example. Always Be My Baby is on this record. I Am Free is incredible. Just so many gems on this, and I really think that you'll like it. If 2000s R&B is your bag, listen to The Emancipation of Mimi, her big comeback record. And so just hit after hit after hit on this thing, and I think that has some of her best work on here. We Belong Together was a smash hit, and of course that is a great song. I love Shake It Off. I love a song like Circles for sure. I feel like Fly Like a Bird is some of her best work vocally, and that is just impeccable. And then I also really like One and Only with Twista, but a really great record. If you wanted something that was more contemporary, I would definitely say listen to the Caution album. Like I said, I love how Mariah adapts with the times. She keeps what makes her great, but, it's something that is really current and really amazing to listen to, and she just ate up this album. I think a record like GTFO was very fun to listen to. Giving Me Life is a career highlight for me. I love 8th Grade so much, and yeah, just so many gems on this record, something very fun. Now, there's going to be people who tell you, oh, you should start off with the Butterfly album. I would highly disagree with that, and let me tell you why. This is her most personal album, and yes, it does stand very well on its own if you don't know the context behind it. But whenever you learn why this album was so monumental for her, and, you watch interviews and all that kind of stuff, it just hits that much harder, and you appreciate it way more. So I would highly recommend starting off with something else, working your way up to this, and learning the context, because it just makes the record better, and that's my personal opinions there. Also, I would really recommend, checking out her remixes in between. She has like little EPs, checking out I Still Believe / Pure Imagination, like stuff like that for sure, because I feel like she has a lot of gems in her discography as well. But yeah, that's basically my guide. If any of you guys actually do, listen to any of these albums based off of this video, please let me know what you think in the comments. DM me on here, DM me on Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is, because I would love to know, of course.